Now, breaking news on a possible ceasefire deal. After word today that Hamas accepted a proposal, Israel's war cabinet came out to say that deal is far from acceptable. But still, Israel is sending representatives to Egypt to keep the conversations going. As CBS's Ramy Inocencio reports, that's not stopping Benjamin Netanyahu from moving forward with his military operation in Gaza.
A rare sound rose across Gaza, cheers of relief and joy. While in Israel, protesters called for the government to accept a deal.
To save all the remaining hostages who are still alive.
Hamas says it approved a proposal, 3 stages, each 6 weeks long, for a permanent ceasefire, a swap of hostages held by Hamas for Palestinians in Israeli jails, and allowing displaced Gazans to return home with no restrictions. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office called Hamas's proposal, quote, far from meeting Israel's core demands, but announced he will send a delegation to join negotiations. But he had been adamant he would not agree to a permanent ceasefire.
If Israel is forced to stand alone, Israel will stand alone.
The White House wouldn't get into the details.
The last thing I would ever want to do from this podium is say something that could put this very sensitive process at greater risk. We are at a critical stage right now.
But President Biden, in a call earlier today with Netanyahu, repeated American insistence that a Rafah invasion is unacceptable, putting an estimated 1.4 million civilians at risk. This morning, the Israeli military spread an ominous message over eastern Rafah. Children clutched maps dropped by Israel, telling them to head to the coast. Israel says it's prepped for 100,000 people to move to the Al-Mawasi camp. Already overcrowded, says Sam Rose in Gaza with the UN.
I find it very hard to believe that there would be space, but these are people essentially living in areas that aren't fit for long-term human habitation. It's essentially living on a beach.
And just after Hamas announced its approval of a ceasefire, Israel's war cabinet unanimously decided to continue its military operations in eastern Rafah. This is the same area that was told to evacuate. The military confirmed it started its attacks tonight. Norah.
Ramy Inocencio, thank you.